Learn Feng Shui Podcast, where ancient tradition meets modern living, and each week I cover a different aspect of Feng Shui or Chinese metaphysics. I'm Candice Berlanga, certified Feng Shui practitioner, and of course your host for this episode. Today we're going to be covering the January newsletter and looking at the energy for the month, the final month of the year of the snake. Let's see what it brings. Look at the energy, weather trends, how to stay healthy. We're going to be taking a look at the Zodiac forecast and what you can expect for the month, and flying stars for this very last month of this snake energy. All right, let's get into it. Guys, bringing in the month of the Earth Ox on January 6th through the 19th, that first solar cycle of energy, which is a 15-day cycle called lesser cold. And, the cold is building this time of year. Coldest time of year, January 19th through February 3rd. Will end out the month, and it is called Greater Cold. And from insightsmadeinchina.com, Greater Cold, the last solar term of the 24 solar terms. The weather is extremely cold. At this time, cold waves frequently move southward, which is the coldest period of the year for most parts of the country, especially in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And you guys are experiencing the hottest time of year. But if you're experiencing the winter right now, some foods that you can eat, you're going to want to do foods that are higher in iron and dark greens, higher carbs, staying up. So before the great cold comes, people will make various preparations in advance. Most important is staying up. The so-called staying up means preparing firewood, coal, and other fuels to warm your home. I don't know if that really pertains to us if you don't use a wood-burning heat source, but it does say here people will also install heating equipment such as stoves and heaters in their home during this time. This kind of tradition. During the great cold, people will place flower windows at home, which means welcoming the arrival of the new year. The contents of flowers are varied, including auspicious patterns and blessed characters and couplets. We know those are popular for the spring. Some more customs here. People will brave the cold during the winters to exercise their bodies. Winter swimming is a very challenging sport, and I see people do that sometimes online. They'll dip in the ice baths. You know that those ice baths can be extremely beneficial for you. Ancestor worship. In some places, great cold's an important sacrificial solar term. People will choose to worship their ancestors at this time and remember their ancestors. It says here at the special moment in great cold, through ancestor worship activities, people can more deeply understand their roots and sources. Night talks around the fire. On the night of great cold, families will gather around, sit by the fire, and share the joy of family. Under the reflection of the fire, family affection appears to grow stronger, and the warmth of home becomes people's most solid support, which I think is true. Remember, the fire energy represents that connection, and it's almost a religious experience, I think, connecting with your family. Enjoying the snow scene. So during greater cold, some places have beautiful snow scenes. People will choose to travel, enjoy snow at this time. Snowball fights, making snowmen, getting out in the snow. Those are some things you can do to observe the traditions of greater cold. All right, guys, coming from the newsletter, learnfengshui.com. But remember, I am on Substack right now, still having issues with the website. It's something I've really put off. I'm just going to throw that out there. If you do web hosting, hit me up. Maybe we could work out a sponsorship. Maybe do a little web hosting for me for a sponsorship opportunity. Maybe, just throw it out there. You never know who's listening. Okay. So the Earth Ox is the energy that governs the month, hexagram 25, without wrongdoing. The final month of the year of the snake is a natural time to reflect on to reflect on the past year and what truly worked. I think we all kind of do that a little bit. I know taking down my calendar, I kind of reflect through the months. What did I learn? What's going on? I can't wait for this year of the snake to be over. I absolutely did not have a good year, but it's okay. We can reflect on that too. It's not always good. But January carries this Earth Ox energy guided by the hexagram 25 without wrongdoing, reminding us that integrity is what leads to progress. This is not a month for shortcuts or quick fixes, even if they work for a short time. That includes my website. It's not going to work no more for me, guys. Instead, steady effort, honest intentions, and realistic choices help build momentum. When actions are sincere and heartfelt, success will come naturally, helping you to close the year strong and prepare for what comes next. Integrity leads to success. I do think that's true. They say what you do when somebody's not watching is a true measure of character and morality. I think that's true. We need to hold our integrity even when nobody's watching. And I do believe that that is what leads to success, okay? Weather trends, again, solar cycle 23, 24, lesser cold, greater cold, coldest temperatures of the season. Although I will say temperatures are unseasonably warm this year. We've been super warm. It feels like springtime here. Been able to get outside and do all kinds of stuff. Sun's out. I'm going to get outside later today. Also on the newsletter, I kind of touch on New Year's resolutions, guys. Most New Year's resolutions are abandoned within the first few weeks, not because people lack discipline, but because the timing's off. Instead of pushing for a full reset in January, 2026 will ask us to treat this month as a pause. Time to finish resetting from the holidays and reevaluate what is working, what's not working. And remember, the energy is still building. So the month of January is still the season of winter. And that spring season, what marks the beginning of the new year, year of the horse, Chinese New Year, that is when the new springtime and the building and growing energy is starting. Do things like reflection, reassessment, and just start the process like decluttering. You don't have to force a lot of big change. I still have my tree up as of right now. It's past January 1st. A lot of people like to tear it down in January. Some people like to leave it up for the Epiphany, which is the 7th. Perfectly okay. What works for you works for you. You don't have to rush to take things down. And in this newsletter, I'll be reframing the way we kind of think about our resolutions to offer a gentle way forward. One that can help set us up for consistency and success instead of just going on too fast and getting discouraged. So check out the newsletter on Substack. I'll link below. I don't want to cover this because I don't want to make the episode too long. Check that out on the newsletter. I'll link that below. All right, guys, let's go to the Zodiac forecast for the month of January. All right, Zodiac forecast for the Zodiac signs most impacted. Remember, this energy will impact you depending on where it falls in your Zodiac chart. You have a Zodiac sign for the year, month, day, and hour you're born. So you have 4 Zodiac signs. You can go to the animal calculator on the website. That'll be linked below to find out your Zodiac signs. Remember, the year you're born and that Zodiac sign represents your friend group, social circle, and community. If it's the month you're born, represents career, parental relationships, sibling relationships. The day represents your health, romantic relationships, and just kind of who you truly are, your true self. The hour represents your children's thoughts, emotions, feelings, and your subordinate or downline at work. And remember, not all signs are impacted. All right, Grand Duke, the ox for January. We move into this energy. It's important to stay grounded, especially with this earth energy. It's a lot of earth energy. I think it should kind of help a little bit. We'll look at what are called the Sanshao stars for the year. It's still in the year of the snake, guys. So we're looking at a white tiger, yellow flag. It kind of shows you that you need to pay attention to health and safety at work. Just avoid unnecessary risks. Bring better results than pushing too hard, okay? Sky cry. It can start memories of past relationships, so focus on nurturing what you have instead of looking backwards. I know they say depression is when you look to the past and anxiety is when you look to the future. So just staying grounded, focusing on what is right there, a little forward-focused approach. Keep thinking about what you're doing now and that it'll help you move forward. It'll kind of help the month flow a little smoothly for you. Seasonal combination, pig, rat, ox, same as last month. There's about 3 months in a row there. You guys, the Zodiac signs that make up the season of winter, the water energy. Flow and adaptability usually is what water represents. It's a month to go with the current rather than force outcomes. Stay flexible, adjust plans, and just, again, be like water, like Bruce Lee says. Every time I see that, I just think, be like water. Reflection and strategy is a water attribute. Deep intuition and clarity. Review your goals, refine your strategies, and plan long-term projects. Skills and learning. So water nourishes growth in subtle ways. Focus on studying, practicing, or gaining knowledge to prepare for more expansion later on. Zodiac signs that make up the 3 harmony signs are rooster and snake. They combine with the ox, known as the metal frame. Organize, structure, processing your feeling, discipline, follow through. Really, processing the feelings is a big one because remember, the metal can represent grief. And if you're focused on grief, then it's good to sort through. It's not necessarily bad to feel, okay? Especially going through the holidays. Sometimes it's not happy for everybody, and I get that too. Practical planning, turning ideas into something solid. Structure, and create structure before you expand. So again, the routine, timeline, systems, it's all about organization and step-by-step process with metal. So you're going to benefit from that. Setting boundaries, being selective with commitments to protect your time and energy and resources. Those boundaries also represent that metal energy. Focus on refinement, edit, organize, improve what already exists instead of starting something new. So go back and Consider old things you've worked on. Consider revamping them, renewing them, kind of reorganizing, restructuring. You don't have to always start something new, be on the next new thing. A combo of 6 or secret friend is the rat. So the rat and ox energy combine to make that earth energy. With both the zodiac signs, the energy can bring stability, grounded, and progress. Just that steady earth movement or steady earth energy that we think about with earth, that grounding energy. Just structure, focusing on what matters so you can move forward to the new year. A routine and structure, the small consistent habits is earth energy that support long-term success. Remember, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step or something like that. Close enough, right? Focus on what you can control. Earth is slow, steady progress. So remember, practical steps over a big leap. Clear mental and physical clutter. So organization is going to be good. Add a little bit of that metal energy to your earth. It is good for output. That's your output is metal. Focusing on yourself. Avoid getting pulled into other people's drama and anxieties. So there's that, just grounding yourself this month. The clash energy is the goat or the sheep. Clash is the ox in January. It's just using the clash for change. Since it is that New Year's resolution time, think about what you can start for that New Year's resolution, or I call them the spring resolutions, like I talked about earlier. Spring's the best time to do that. But, it's a good time to kind of evaluate, thinking about what you can do, decluttering, cleaning, getting rid of things, ending habits, traveling, bringing closure, endings to relationships, and things that no longer serve you are going to benefit you for the month. All right, guys, let's take a look at the flying stars for the month of January. All right, guys, flying stars for the month of January 2026. Remember, flying star effects of the year of the horse will already start to be seen during this time. You can put up cures. A next podcast, I'm only doing 2 podcasts a month now because life is just lifing right now. Anyhow, on the next episode, I'll be covering energy for the year of the horse. Remember, flying stars will change, but their effects can start to be seen as early as the winter solstice. If you caught that episode, I suggest you go back and listen to that episode, because you can start placing cures out anytime now, guys. Pick a good date and put some cures out, okay? Little thing about flying stars here, you don't have to use every sector and try and take advantage of every energy that's there. Just start by choosing 1 or 2 stars that support your goals. Focus on the space you use most. So if it's your front door, your bedroom, desk, office, or kitchen, if you spend a lot of time in those places and they're receiving a negative star, just put a little cure, maybe use them less. You don't have to do a whole lot, okay? You don't have to go crazy. Remember that you can check your life gua number, and the star combination that falls in that sector is how your month is going to go. For example, you're a gua 1, you receive the 5 star this month. You're going to want to take a little precaution. Positive stars for the month: 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. Is usually generally considered positive. 1 is career recognition. You can use it for a little bit of wisdom and learning, like applied knowledge. Star number 4, called the romance star. You can also use it for learning and academic pursuits. I actually call it the academy star, because that's what my feng shui master calls it. But it is good for learning. In certain circumstances, can be used for romance also. Moving to the south, which we'll talk about in a minute, for the month, okay? 6 star, the authority star, leadership, kind of boss energy. If you are the head of a company or a leader in any way, you're going to want to use that star, okay? Star 8, wealth, opportunity, growth, and investments. That's what that represents. Spirituality and happiness star is star number 9, which flies to the center. Remember, if from my school of thought, Gua 5 is not a Gua really. Kind of sets the tone for the month, combines with the 2 star that's there for the year. Kind of boosts visibility and activity, while the star 2 continues to drain some energy. The month may just feel busy, emotionally draining. Take a little bit slower if needed. The 9 magnifies energy, so it might magnify that 2 energy. Rest and nourishment, mindful focus, support momentum without getting burnt out or sick. So that's kind of the tone just in general for the month. Flying star number 8, wealth star, goes to the Gua 4. Combines with the 1 for the month and supports consistency, learning, and problem solving. Efforts made here tend to build over time, steady growth over quick wins. Finish out the year of the snake strong by working in this sector. Gua 4s may feel clearer mentally and more receptive to new ideas. Patience is required for results, though. Remember, it just represents some hard work. You might be working harder this month. You can enhance it by spending time in the area, activity, movement, and a fan, fresh air. Keep energy flowing. Flying star 4 is the Academy Star or a Romance Star sometimes, as it's called. 4-6 combo for the month. Usually the combo of 10 is when stars add to a multiple of 10, like the 6 and 4. It's usually considered lucky, but with the energy shifting, 5-star effects might already be felt. Don't overactivate the sector. Good for forward-thinking ideas, planning, problem-solving, new opportunity. Emotions or overthinking may start to occur a little bit. Okay, Gua 9. Inspired to express creativity, connect with others, or take initiative, but stay grounded and help maintain some balance. A little bit social this month. You can focus on that. A work in the sector to enhance it. Steady here, but don't add too much noise or activity because the 5-star effects might be shifting already. Flying star number 1, Authority Star, goes to the northwest. Gua 6, 1-3 combo. 3 for the year there. So encourages new beginnings, planning, and taking action. Paired with the 3 Argument Star, you may feel some tension if you spend too much time here. The sector can be used to work or give you motivation. It is that action sector, or it is that action. So you can work there, Gua 6, you may feel motivated to initiate projects, make decisions, but temper your impulsiveness with patience. It'll support steady progress. Keep your temper in check, okay? Spend time in the sector. Use mindfulness to encourage effective action, but don't overactivate with any sort of activations, fans. Lighting, spending time there is quite fine. If you spend time there and you start feeling angry, irritable, just get out of there, okay? Really good energy here. Flying star 6, the Lux Star, goes to the Gua 2, southwest. The combination supports stability, growth, and practical achievement. Good for a person in a higher position, management, or company owner. Patience and steady effort is rewarded for the month. Gua 2, you may feel more ambitious. Take advantage of the combination for some monetary gain. The combo supports taking charge and old-fashioned hard work. If you take on more responsibility, it usually equals more pay. So you can enhance by spending time here. Gentle lights, airflow like a fan. Focus on deliberate, mindful actions to encourage harmony and steady results. That Gua 2, it's that earth energy, represents steady growth. Negative stars, Flying Star 2, 5, 3, and 7 can bring challenges, but their impact can be managed with cures and care. Sometimes neutral or supportive sometimes is the 3 and 7 star. As I just kind of mentioned, 3 shouldn't be too bad. It could also be collaboration and networking. But also if you have a career that supports fighting or arguing, say you do boxing or you're in soccer and you need aggression to support you. Maybe you're an attorney, maybe you debate. That means you can use that 3-star. Not bad at all. A star 7 sometimes can be legal issues, but it can also be used to enhance boldness and even networking and marketing. So it could be for that, just depending how it falls, okay? A star 2, illness star, usually don't use. Star 5, disaster and obstacle star. Even that can be used sometimes, but not this month. Not this month, guys. Goes to the Gua 1, the north. The combination can bring tension, unpredictability, small disruptions. Energy can feel heavy or scattered, so it's good to remain cautious, avoid rushing, and protect your focus. Gua 1 may feel restless or pressured with minor obstacles showing up unexpectedly. Awareness and care can help reduce the impact. All right, guys, keep the area calm, tidy, free of clutter. Introduce metal elements to control the earth energy of the 5 and support the water energy of the north. Wulu gourd, stuff like that. Flying star number 2, illness star, goes to the Gua 7 to the west. You might be, sick. Minimal impact though this month, I think, because star 7, the Gua 7, remember its metal energy controls the middle of the sector. Just be cautious of cold and flu and take precautions. Usually that's kind of the connotation there. And Gua 7, again, just illness, visit doctor for lingering concerns and faith challenges of health. Head on, okay? Not really need a cure, but keep the area clean, organized, maintain the calm in the area, no major remedies. Again, should be a little bit suppressed by the Gua 7. Spend less time there if you can, okay? It's my bedroom, but, honestly, I don't put a lot of cures up. That should be quite fine. Okay, Flying Star 7, Legal and Dispute Star, as it's called. Gua 3, the East. The combination encourages bold action, creativity, and visible results. However, the star's impulsive tendencies can bring tension or some minor conflict, verbal conflict, if energy isn't managed. Remember, with that 9 star there, a good combination, should be, but the 9 star there, that's there for the year. It's fire energy, fire and metal don't exactly get along, okay? Gua 3, you might just feel a little motivated to take initiative or push forward. Just be mindful how you speak to other people. Some tension can occur. You can come across the wrong way. Just think before you talk. That's the story of my life. Okay. No need to cure it. Just spend less time there and keep the area clean and clutter-free. All right. Flying star number 3 in the Northeast. Probably the most challenging for this month. The 3-5 combination can bring tension, disagreements, disruption. Continue to avoid overuse in the sector until the 5-star moves completely in February. Even though the energy is kind of moving out, we don't want to completely, do things that will agitate the energy in the sector, moving furniture, stuff like that. So don't do that. Arguments and conflict may happen if you spend too much time here. Gua 8, notice aggressive argument of energy and general irritability for the month. Keep anger in check. I kind of recommend doing a liver cleanse. Might help to remove stress from your body. Remove the anger out. Remember, the liver represents the emotion of anger. So you might consider that, okay? I'm actually going to do that just from the holiday eating, All right, no need to really cure. It should be cured already. To keep your cure up until February, I should have a salt jar or some metal or something there. Lessens the effect. Spend less time there. Don't be moving furniture around. Don't be aggravating stuff. You should be quite fine. No renovation sectors that end out the year here. Month breaker or the Tai Soi. Again, it's the ox in the Northeast. You shouldn't be doing nothing in the Northeast anyway. Southwest, across from it, the goat or ox, the month breaker, the Soi Po. Don't be knocking nothing there. North has the 5 for the month. Don't be doing nothing there. East, Southeast still can't be doing nothing with that. The Grand Duke for the years in the Southeast still. Disaster saw, 3 killings, all that still in the East. And that'll move out next month. All right, guys. Go check the newsletter out on the Substack, and I'll put a link in the show notes. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the last energy update for the year of the snake, looking at the energy tones, the weather, how to stay healthy, and Zodiac and Flying Star forecast for the month. Next episode, we're going to look at energy for the year of the horse. Same type of themes here. We're going to look at how the energy of the horse can impact us, what societal changes we may see, and flying stars. We're going to look and focus mostly on the feng shui for the year of the horse and what we can do to improve it, what areas and sectors we need to stay away from, maybe a little bit challenging. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and I'll catch you guys. That'll be on the 23rd. Again, just 2 episodes a month from now on. All right, I'll catch you guys in for the Year of the Horse Energy Update.